Hi beautiful souls, and welcome to my mini masterclass series. This is the first of a number of videos to really help you as a light worker to connect to your light and your soul gifts and start living the best life that you can. So I'm just going to get started and read off some of my top tips that we can do as light workers for self-care. And the first one, which is to me is the most important one, is to take time away from the world. Time alone is so important for light workers to reconnect to themselves and take a break from all the craziness and chaos around them. Light workers are natural empaths, so they take on other people's problems, issues, and fears around the world. So switch off that news, switch off your social media, and just spend some time just doing something that rejuvenates and recharges you. That could be creative work, maybe it's drawing, painting, reading a book, listening to music. Whatever it is, just make sure it's time just for you. So it might be that it has to be carved out time where you're away from the kids, where you're just, maybe it's just before bed, where you get that few minutes just for yourself to have that breathing space that is so needed. And that's something a light worker needs to do on a daily basis. Otherwise, you may end up feeling overwhelmed, burnt out, and you lose that creative visualization ability that light workers are so naturally, the natural gift they all have. Another one is to build a good meditation practice. I've been meditating for the last 20 years and I still struggle some days with it. It is not something that is a quick fix. It's not as if you sit down for 10 minutes and everything clears and you feel connected immediately. It takes time to build. That's why it's called a practice. So aim to meditate for at least 15 to 30 minutes a day. If you can, twice a day. If not, then at least just once a day. Just reconnect to your breath. You can do so many different meditations, and I'll be sharing more in a couple of videos later on about the type of meditations that you can use that are easy and will be able to give you a quicker way to connect. My easiest meditation is just counting my breath. I just count 10 breaths in and out until I start to feel more connected to my heart and calmer. Another easy one is to call in light, and that just having that visualization, that affirmation of I call in light to myself now as you breathe deeply in, can help really connect to your energy and clear your energy as well. Another one is grounding. As light workers, we can often be too much in our heads. Our crown and our intuition is very open, so we can tune into energy around us and find it difficult to clear our own thoughts and get clarity on what we want to do, what we want to bring to the world. So it's important to ground. Grounding is just basically just bringing your awareness back to your body. And there's a number of ways that you can do that. You can do it either by just getting out in nature, going for a long walk, taking deep breaths when you're out in nature, standing by under a tree. Sometimes that's the easiest way for me to ground, is just being under a tree and just feeling myself connecting to that tree and their roots. And that in itself, that visualization is such a powerful way for me to ground. Another way is to do some exercise that connects you to your body and your breath. Some great ones are yoga and qigong. You've got YouTube channels where it has so many great free classes that you can get, which is where I've learned so much about yoga and qigong. And just those two practices in itself just clears my energy for the day. So getting energy comes from grounding. It comes from clearing your solar plexus, where it's often we hold our biggest fears as light workers. We hold some deep-seated fears in our solar plexus in our womb, and grounding can help clear those blocks. Another one, which we touched on a few minutes ago, is clearing your energy field. As light workers, we kind of take on a lot from other people's issues, situations, energy. Even as we walk into a room, we can feel the energy in a room, and that in itself can be very draining if the energy is dense or heavy. So it's important that you work on clearing your own energy field and learning the tools and techniques to do that. I'll be sharing some other techniques that we can do to clear our own energy field. For me, the most powerful spiritual technique is just meditating in itself clears my energy field, but meditating on specific frequencies. When I listen to a specific frequency, such as 342, it can really clear your energy. Or listening to the love frequency, which I think is 564, that again can clear your energy. And again, there's so much out there on YouTube for listening to frequencies. Another way is to calling in light, as we mentioned earlier, and also working with the silver violet flame, which is a spiritual tool that we can use or utilize. It came from Archangel Metatron, and this tool is just visualizing the energy of a silver violet flame and calling it into our energy field, and just visualizing the silver violet flame moving up from our feet and moving up around our whole body and clearing away any stuck or stagnant energy that we might be holding on to. Silver violet flame is one of my favorite things to use, and it's just a powerful visualization tool, and it's great for just clearing your energy. And finally, another one is connecting to our intuition. As light workers, we can sometimes stop trusting ourselves and start taking on what other people are telling us. We start holding on to belief systems that actually don't serve us, and we doubt ourselves and our gifts. And it's from trusting our intuition that we can really connect to our gifts, trusting where we are being guided. And for me, my intuition comes from my heart and my third eye. And those two things need to be open for me to feel and connect to my intuition. My heart's probably the most important one for me, because when I connect to my heart, I'm connecting to my soul. And you can do that as well at any time. All you need to do is just breathe into your heart and just have the intention of connecting to your soul, and feel the soul within your heart. See it as a light, and as you breathe in, imagine this light expanding outwards. The more you do this practice, the more you find that inner peace, because you're starting to trust. You're trusting your soul's guidance, your soul purpose. And our intuition comes from our third eye, but also when people say we have a gut instinct, it also comes from our solar plexus, because our gut, our body tells us when something doesn't feel right or when it does. Our body is such a powerful, energetic tool that we can use. And when we start trusting in our body, we can start looking after ourselves better as well. We start giving a lot more gratitude to our bodies, how powerful we are when we're connecting to our bodies and our spiritual selves. When it comes to spirituality, for me, the physical is just as important as the spiritual. When we forget about the body, we start to lose track of our self-care. We may become ill, or we may not look after ourselves or eat the right way. And just the same as when we forget about our spiritual practice, we start feeling disconnected from ourself and our soul purpose. So intuition is such a powerful way for us to bring ourselves back into our bodies and start trusting the path that we're on. So I hope this video has helped. I know it's very short. I just touched on earlier about self-care for light workers in the group, so please feel free to tell me what for your favourite self-care is, and any spiritual tools that you use, please feel free to share with the group. Thanks so much again for taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye.